The newest revolution in shaping is here. An amazing combination of 3 superior blades, a flexible razor head, and an easy-to-grip slip-free handle. With a moisturizing strip enriched with aloe vera and vitamin E for smoother skin that leaves your face glowing. Introducing Big 3.
Good evening and welcome to the Milo Knockouts Inter-Schools Knockouts Tournament, kicking off the semi-final one here at the Royal Sports Complex. It's nice weather and perfect conditions underfoot. Both teams will try to enjoy this game as much as possible. Isipathana College taking on Trinity College, and we're set to kick off as Irshad Kader will be the man in charge in the park today, and we'll bring you the team cards during play as Isuru Kongawata will put on to his right side of the field, and into touch it goes. So straight away into touch, Isuru Kongawata puts the ball in. Joining me on commentary today is Amin Mohammed. You have the Trinity team, the visiting team, Amin.
Yes, absolutely. Nice to be back in the commentary box after a long time. And a game like this is definitely wonderful to be here. So first up, the Trinity team card, looking at number 1, Ratwatta, number 2, Sakal Surya, number 3, YW Chang, number 4, A. Priyankara, number 5, R. Karunatilaka, number 6, Bandara. And getting back into the middle, Trinity with the advantage here as they look to drive forward from right behind there. However, they have won themselves a penalty, so getting themselves out of jail here would be the ideal option. Getting back to the team card, we have at number 7, R. Dhammapala. At number 8, of course, I. Ranagala, as that's a brilliant kick to touch, getting a good 20 meters for the Trinity inside. It will be interesting to see as to how the Isipathanians defend this line out. Position still retained after that line out. Not the most cleanest, but as the Trinity has now looked to drive forward once again. Still in their own half, not really gone past that 50-meter mark since kickoff. Very hard to break down the strong forwards in defense for Isipathana, as now the ball is worked wide once again. Still the third phase since the line out, as that's a thundering hit there by the Trinity forward. What are your predictions on this game?
It'll be a tight one as Trinity swing this wide out to Ayash Singh with the ball, and he's been lifted by a couple of Isipathana players and driven back. Manages to secure ball for Trinity College. Now Ryan Veerakone. Trinity moving, not moving front as Rahul Karunatilaka now bumps off and takes 2 to bring him down. Boyagada now looks for the ball outside. Lashan puts the boot on it and bounces off into touch as there was the win 3/4 goal lage for Isipathana College. Just to run through quickly the Isipathana side, Vishwajit and Alawatakoda and Deshaka will be in that front row. Dilshan, Sarachandra, Veerasinghe. Sarachandra and Veerasinghe will be the second rows. Veeratunga and Dilshan at flankers, and Umalka Gunrathan the skip at number 8. Isipathana will get their first line out throw straight into the hands of Sarachandra, the usual line out jumper, and referee playing advantage for Isipathana College for pulling down that maul. And first maul, Isipathana driving from inside their 22 and Trinity pull it down. It'll be Rehan Silva taking this kick, trying to put into touch as Kongawata, Punchieva, Silva, Rankotge, Gallage, and Rehan Silva in that back division will be threatening. I mean, this will be an interesting contest. Both teams up in Pallekele during the league, Trinity led in the first half, and then Isipathana came back to win that match. That shows how strong this Isipathana team is, led by Omalka Gunaratna. Of course, Trinity have had a mixed bag. They will be very happy to have finished third in the league. As Desaka once again goes to Sarak Chandra, clean line out this time, off to Isuru Kongawata. Kongawata puts the kick behind. Running behind is Sanushka Bevikrama, the fullback for Trinity today, trying to step off without kicking. And the ball has been turned over. Isipathana College with the ball. That was Rankotge passing on to Veera Singha, and into touch it goes. So good early start for Isipathana College during breakdowns, and Trinity losing the ball a couple of times.
Absolutely, like you said, it'll be a wonderful contest to see as to how this match will turn out. And since the game is in Colombo as well, we'll remember that the league final happened a few days back, where all taking on Isipathana, and the home side definitely had a lot of advantage in terms of the crowd, and it seems like Isipathana have taken over the Royal Complex in today's game, and the atmosphere is absolutely wonderful as the supporters for the green machine turn up in numbers as that ball is fed in, and it's Trinity College on the offensive once again. This time quick hands once again. Sent out long, wonderful cutout pass, but the Trinity winger, they're not really been able to grab a hold of it. Very unfortunate because he was clean through. But good idea nevertheless for Trinity College.
Yeah, very good. Nice to see the 18-year-old fly half there, Lashan Vijay Surya. Nice cutout pass as Isipathana College walking into this lineup. This time they go back to the backs as Omalka now with space. Bumps off Priyankara, and he comes back well to tackle him again. Now a quick ball on the out. This is Dilshan. Now Deshaka running straight into Anjana Bandara. Drops the ball behind. Ball comes out to Kongawata once again. Long pass off to that's Punchieva. Stepping back in field as Madhuranga gives the ball once again to the number 6, Veera Singha. Madhuranga once again. Now here comes Kongawata. Sees the gap, runs through as men on the outside. Opts not to pass. Pops the ball to Omalka. Referee playing advantage for Isipathana College for not releasing that tackle and not rolling away rather. That was Priyankara trying to slow that ball down off that ruck. And rightly so, Isipathana going in for points. This is knockout rugby, I mean, so points on the board is what's more important. As we saw yesterday, Highlanders taking on Hurricanes. Highlanders put those 6 points early on, and from there on they were never came back. It was all their game, and they disturbed good ball for Hurricanes in that first half. So Isipathana College early on getting the penalty, and rightly so, Malkas pointing at the post.
Absolutely, I think that's a very good decision, especially when considering the position that they have as well. Will put some confidence in themselves because obviously after the loss in the league, they'll definitely want to grab some silverware this time, and they have a wonderful opportunity to make sure that they go on to the final and then claim what is rightly theirs in terms of what they won last year as well. So as defending champions, definitely they have a lot at stake as well. Good high ball there. And it's kicked full out. So a throw in for Trinity College. Trinity will now have to come back with a reply as soon as possible. They haven't really spent too much of time in their opposition half. Here we go. Line out, not the cleanest of throws, but fortunately falls in favor of the blue, gold and red stripes. As Trinity once again, a bit of space there, missed tackle, however, not too much of damage. As Trinity College once again working that ball onto that left side.
Welcome back. Sorry for the interruption. You didn't miss much. It was just that conversion of Lashan Vijay Surya going off that right post, and Trinity lead 5 points to 3. And according to the time on the scoreboard, it's 11 minutes 36 seconds. And Trinity lead 5 points to 3 as it was a knock-on off the restart. So Anuka Boyagoda will feed the scrum outside the 22, which cannot be kicked out on the full. Boyagoda feeds this back to Rangala off the boot. In fact, a penalty off the boot, and Rangala catching that again in front. So good call from Irshad Kader. As Isipathana now going for the try. Rehan Silva coming in, wants to put this into touch. Probably will go into the driving maul. Testing times for Trinity defense.
Absolutely. Like I said, Trinity with that reply as quick as you can get. And here we have Isipathana once again on the offensive. He's 2 points behind. And here we go. The men in green. Once again, this time the ball is sent out wide. Wonderful inside pass. And that's the try for Isipathana College. Wonderful stuff. Can't really see as to who scored it from this angle, but it's the exact reply they needed. And it looks like it was Silva who managed to score that try on that left flank. So that's a great work done first by the forwards initially through that line out, set it up for the backs, and brilliant execution at the end. And that puts Isipathana once again ahead with the conversion to come. The scoreline now reads 8 points to 5. As we await Kongawata's conversion. With a tough one in terms of an angle. Here we go. And it seemed all good up until the last swerve, which happened right before the post. So unfortunate there, but nevertheless a very good kick, a very good attempt. But the score remains at 8 points to 5 in favor of Isipathana College, the defending champions here at this Milo knockout semi-finals. Your thoughts on the try?
A beautiful try. Forwards working off that line out, picking and driving. Then came out to Kongawata, who put his centers in space, running deep inside. That's very nice to see of back play. And now Isipathana with the ball inside that 22 after the kickoff. Kongawata needs to do something with the boot, straight into the hands of Anuka Boyagoda at the back. Now Sanushka Bevikrama runs at the ball, and that was almost intercepted by the try scorer, or rather it was Rankotge. His outside center, well read by Rankotge, ran in, and he almost intercepted. That would have been curtains once again for Trinity. Sanushka Vikrama just didn't see him coming and threw the ball right outside to his win 3/4 to put in space. And now Boyagoda with the ball. A scrum for Trinity. Boyagoda. Driving early in that scrum and trying to take it quickly. Sisuru Rangala running off that number 8 break, but the play has to come back. Rangala thought that was a good scrum to break and he ran on the blind side. Referee had already called for a free kick for Trinity. Now you can get your rugby updates on your mobile from ThePapare Rugby. All you have to do is type REG space TP Rugby and SMS to 77100. If you're a dialogue customer, 77100. REG space TP Rugby 77100. That's all you have to do. Sit at home, watch on ThePapare. In the meantime, you can get the try scorer's name if we make a mistake.
Absolutely. As long as the angles are right, we shouldn't be able to do that. But however, let's hope not. Here we have a scrum in favor of Trinity College. They definitely need to get back into this game. Wonderful contest so far. Both sides really going at it. There's a wonderful break there with that inside pass. Very good defending once again by the Trinitians. However, the ball still retained by Trinity College. Sending the ball out wide now. Managed to bump off the first tackle. Brought to ground now as Boyagoda trying to take that ball and send it out to his mates. However, a penalty awarded here in favor of Trinity College. And it seems like they'll go for points as well. So, good decision?
Yeah, good decision. Enough and more time left on the clock. 18 minutes, 15 seconds on the scoreboard. So, enough time. 60 odd minutes on the clock to the entire game. And more the points you get during the first half, the more the pressure you put on the opposition team. When they walk out to the second half and look at the scoreboard. Sanushka Bebrikama will take this kick. He was striking very well during his warm-ups, as did Isuru Kongavatta. So it'll be nice to see how these kickers do today in this match. Of course, the wind was not steady. It was changing directions. So it'll be interesting to see once again. Here comes Sanushka, just outside the 22. Slots it through, and up goes the assistant referee's flags, and Trinity now move on to 8 points, and it's 8-all after 19 minutes. The first half of the semi-final. That's the Milo knockout semi-final here at the Royal Complex.
Absolutely. If I'm not mistaken, I think even the first game that happened in this league, it was an 8-all at some point, right? Not really sure, but I think I faintly remember the scoreline being somewhat similar. And then Trinity took the lead, and then finally Isipathana went on to win the game. However, back to action here at the Royal Sports Complex. Trinity with Isipathana rather with the kickoff. Once again, the restart. Here we go. Playing advantage here, the referee, as the Trinitians, in a bizarre turn of events, have managed to secure position and are driving forward now. Not really a lot of defense here for Isipathana College, as Trinity gain a good 40 yards there with that single mistake. Again, not the best of passes. However, it seems like it's called for forward as well. So Isipathana just lucky there, not to really have cost themselves a lot.
There was a huge overlap on the right side. Lashan spotted it a bit late, and he ran into that pass, collected it very well. The momentum he couldn't throw that pass into his outside back. So an opportunity missed, but well spotted, I would say, from the half back and the fly half. And in good defense also, Isipathana trying to cover that on the other side. But nevertheless, Isipathana College now will have ball. Madhuranga puts it at the back. Driving forward is Isipathana. Now comes to Kongavatta. Here comes the try scorer, that is Silva. Sets it up. Referee playing advantage, and it's a penalty for holding on. Not sure who was there on that breakdown. I think it was Anjana Bandara who went straight over the top of Rehan Silva and made sure that he doesn't release that ball, and that was very nice to see off that breakdown from the Trinitians' point of view, and they will go for 3 more points once again. On offer, Sanushka. A little bit longer than the previous one he put through, and also opposite direction, opposite side of the field.
For sure, and we definitely know that he has the legs to make sure that the kick goes to distance that he needs. All depends on how accurate he is in terms of getting in between the posts. Pin drop silence here as he runs up to take this kick. And that's true, so wonderful kicking there by Trinity College. Takes the lead once again. And the current scoreline 11 points to 8, I believe. And Isipathana now trailing once again. So real contest here. We have this semi-final match. A knockout, not really like the usual league games. There's a lot to play for. You lose, you're kicked out of it, and you have no chance to get back in it. So a lot to play for here for both teams. Kickoff taken once again by Kongawata as Trinity managed to secure position, but a kick follows. Again, scrappy collection there by Isipathana that leaves room for Trinity to counter-attack there. Isipathana still with position. Right on that 50-meter mark. Wonderful hit there by Isipathana players. They managed to secure the ball once again. That kick bouncing off Trinity player as it seems like the referee has called for offside there, and penalty is now given in favor of Isipathana College, so they'll be happy about it, especially after that horrendous kick. This time much better work there by Isipathana College to gain a good 30 yards in to the Trinity and 22-meter mark. And a good place to work out the rolling maul.
Yeah, this is where they scored the first try also, and that was very nicely done from Rehan Silva, putting the ball deep in to the Trinity half inside the 22. Sarah Chandra picking it up once again off that line out, and Isipathana drive as Omalka Gunaratna secures the ball at the back of that maul, and it bumps off a couple of tackles as he scored just short of the try line. Desaka, Trinity push back. And it's the big prop forward, that's Alavatugoda. And referee playing advantage for Isipathana College. Pick and drive once again. Now Madhuranga works it to his backs. Kongawata. Long pass out to that's Gallage. Good one-on-one situation. Pethiagoda brings him down. But referee going to that initial infringement. It was offside, says referee Rishad Carter. Will Isipathana take this quickly? Isuru Kongawata wanted to take this quickly. And he taps, gives it to Omalka Gunaratna. He bumps off a couple of tackles. And Rahul Karnatilaka was it. His opposite number, that was Isuru Rangala. Spinning it off. And Sarat Chandra once again ripping off the Trinitians. This is good play. Desaka with the ball now. Here comes Alavatugoda. Inches close to the try line, Isipathana College. Now Madhuranga with the ball. He wants the forwards to pick and drive. Push back. Now the ball comes out to Kongawata. Kongawata slips it through to Punchieva. Punchieva is too strong. And he has referee Rishad Carter consulting with the assistant referee and avoiding the try, and Punchieva scores his first try of the match. For a moment, I thought Isipathana just took the wrong decision, not going for 3 points, but they have come away with 5, and an opportunity to make it 7 after a wonderful forwards taking on that into hits and then giving it out to their strongest ever wing. Punchieva looks very strong and matching up against Dange on the opposite side. It was just 1-on-1 and it was Punchieva who won that battle and has brought 5 points to Isipathana College.
Absolutely a wonderful bit of discipline as well shown by the forwards there to make sure that they retain the ball and go along with the same process. Quite a few phases through that drive by Isipathana in the lead up to the try. And finally, once again, from that kick to touch to the line out and the execution of the try, it has been one brilliance right throughout. Isipathana not really converting once again, so they go back into the lead, however, 13 points to 11. It's been so far a very even game. Both teams not really showing too much of dominance over each other, and different sides of capabilities. This time from the kickoff, well collected by Isipathana as the drive continues. Knockback calls ref as he waves play on. Isipathana once again from inside their own half. This time a cross kick. Bit of football there by Trinity College to try and negate the bounce. But Isipathana regaining position once again, but it seems like there is a forward pass in the process, or a knock-on rather. And knock-on against Trinity College, and so here we have a scrum in favor of Isipathana College. Unfortunate there for Trinity as they're not really being able to capitalize from that kickoff. And here we have Isipathana again once on that right flank. Wonderful bit of running there by Isipathana, and that's a straight drive under the post. Absolutely brilliant stuff from Isipathana College. That was Galage running right through the Trinity defense, and they had absolutely no answer to that speed. So under the post should be an easy conversion as well. And if this is through, 20 points to 11, 9 points ahead, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered for Isipathana College, the defending champions in this Milo knockouts tournament. The conversion is good as well, so the score will remain at 20 points to 11.
Beautiful rugby from Isipathana College. That's Isipathana rugby at its best. At all the backs touching that ball, and Galage just stepping through inside of the Trinity defense, slicing in and off the under the post, he scored that try. And that's what Isipathana rugby has been known for ages, and it's nice to see it back. And Trinity will have to look at their defense very seriously as Lashan Vijay Surya will put this kick once again straight into the hands of Dilshan. This is where all started for Isipathana College. Dilshan, a very strong lad, bounces off one and sets it up for Isipathana. Now Madhuranga taken back inside the 22 to Kongavatta. Puts in a high ball, Dange under it. Up against Punchieva once again, knocks it forward. Isipathana once again have the ball in place. And that's Veera Singha. And once again, referee playing advantage for Isipathana College for penalty. Not rolling away, says Irshad Carter off the tackle. And that was Dange, who was chasing back. And Isipathana College have got all momentum here going behind, and a good option as well from the skipper Malka Gunratna to put this ball into touch and to capitalize on. Why not? 9 points ahead. And we are about 31 minutes into the first half. Deshaka will throw this into the line out. They try to go back once again. Nicely done. Gives it into Omalka. That was a nice move, but equally well defended. Now pick and drive from Alavatugoda. The ball comes out to the forwards once again. Maduranga now gives it to Kongavatta. Long pass outside to Rehan Silva. And he runs over and scores another try for Isipathana College. That's once again beautiful from Isipathana. The centers running across, decoy runners everywhere, and nice straight line from Rehan Silva in space. And he had just one-on-one, and he won that battle to score. And this will once again an easy kick for Kongavatta, wasting no time. Wants to put this through. Here comes Kongavatta. And he converts the try. 27 points to 11 for Isipathana College. Also, now you can get your cricket updates, TP Cricket, and you have to type REG space TP Cricket, SMS to the same number, 77100 if you're a dialogue customer. Of course, Sri Lanka taking on Pakistan. Interesting contest up in Pallekele. And if you want to watch rugby and also catch on those, all you have to do is register to the TP Cricket service as Kongavatta once again replies with the kick straight into Anuka Boyagoda's hands. Has Sanushka with him. Sanushka now stepping off couple of players. Into contact he runs. High tackle. And referee Irshad Kader quick to stop play as Sanushka will try to put this into touch.
Absolutely wonderful passage of play so far for Isipathana College. They've really shown what they're made of in terms of getting into this game. Got their tactics right from the start. And Trinity will definitely have to play a more expansive game going into the second half. They'll have to have a good few important chats and see how they can rework their strategy to counter what Isipathana has been doing so well so far. Again, with in terms of the try, credit should be given for Veer Singh, especially the initial drive that he led to that try. And here we have Isipathana once again. Good kick from the back as Boyagoda runs behind to collect it. Does well so, but he's brought down by the Isipathana defense. Trinity still with possession though, not the best of passes, however, a slip as well that follows as the ball goes out to touch. Again, I think Trinity rather really need to work out their passing game especially. They have had the right idea most of the time, but the execution has not really supported their cause. A very fast side nevertheless, as Isipathana now have the scrum in their advantage. As here you have Trinity once again driving forward. Recycled. Not the best of passes once again, but managed to be controlled by Dange. Boyagoda once again sending it out. Coordination not the best as there's a bit of a miscommunication between the two Trinity players there, which led on to that knock-on. I'm guessing a lot of nerves after that passage of play that they need to overcome to get back into this game.
Yeah, good ball they had. Opportunity missed. As Isipathana will try to make the most out of this. Madhuranga. Trinity, of course, won that scrum against the ball the previous time. Now Kongahavatta once again kicking to Dange. And this time I think he has just pushed it too much weight into touch. There'll be a line out for Trinity back on just outside the 22. An opportunity to score just before half time. You can follow us on the internet these days. ThePapare.com is everywhere, from Facebook, Twitter to even on Instagram, Google Plus, as Trinity attack. This is Sachinta Disanayaka. In fact, it's a forward pass from him. And a lot of handling errors from Trinity. As 27 points to 11 on the 22, Isipathana get a scrum. According to the scoreboard, it's 37 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. As Madhuranga will feed this ball into the scrum. And it's a penalty for Isipathana College. As Rehan Silva will put this ball into touch. And it's in play. Now Pethiagoda off to Sanushka. Gives it to Veerakon. Now Sachinta Disanayaka trying to step and run. Comes back to Veerakon. Veerakon just running with the ball in two hands and he's been brought down in tackle. Referee playing advantage for Trinity. It's a penalty advantage. And luckily for Trinity, there was a penalty advantage and they come back. That pass went through the legs of Nathan Chang. And Trinity College will put this ball into touch. Looks like referee Ilshad Khan is signaling there is 1 more minute. And it'll be the last opportunity for Trinity. Need to get this line out correct. And if they are planning to drive, it's the last time they can do so. Sakala Surya goes behind to Rahul Karunatilaka. And it's been a knock forward of Rahul Karunatilaka, not collecting it cleanly. It'll be a scrum for Isipathana College, and this will be probably the last play in the first half. If Kongavatta decides to put this ball into touch, of course he's inside the 22, he will not have any other ideas. Running repairs for Isipathana College. There's one man down, not quite sure who it is. All your photographs, if you are seen on Facebook from the ThePapare.com on our Facebook page, if you can own those moments, you have to. You can purchase it off ThePapare.com. You can call 077 333 0088 as Isipathana College. Referee playing advantage for Trinity now, and it's a penalty for Trinity College. Will they go for 3 points? Rangala pointing at the post, and he goes for 3 points. The last option for Trinity. is to get 3 points on the board and then head into the tunnel for the half time. Sanushka Bevikrama once again taking this kick. Here he comes, slots this through between the posts, and that will be half time. So Isipathana College lead 27 points to 14 end of the first half. The Milo knockout semi-final won 27 points to 14. Isipathana College lead. We'll see you after the turnaround.
The newest revolution in shaping is here. An amazing combination of 3 superior blades, a flexible razor head, and an easy-to-grip slip-free handle. With a moisturizing strip enriched with aloe vera and vitamin E for smoother skin that leaves your face glowing. Introducing Big 3. The newest revolution in shaping is here. An amazing combination of 3 superior blades, a flexible razor head, and an easy-to-grip slip-free handle. With a moisturizing strip enriched with aloe vera and vitamin E for smoother skin that leaves your face glowing. Introducing Big 3.
Welcome back to the second half of the first semi-final of the Milo Knockouts Inter-School Rugby Tournament. Isipathana College taking on Trinity College, 27 points to 14 at the end of the first half. Trinity will kick off. Vijay Surya. Puts in deep once again, straight into the hands of Dilshan. And he's one of those dangerous men out there. Dilshan once again taking about good 3 tacklers to bring him down. The ball has been taken back into the 22. So the ball will stay in play. Straight to now Abhay Vikrama. Off to Lashan. Gives it out to Pettiagoda. On the outside is Rahul Karunatilaka. Throws it back. Dhirendra Ratwatta with the ball. Now Boyagoda once again. Gives it to Sakala Surya. Sakala Surya running across. Boyagoda. Off to Rahul Karunatilaka. Into contact he goes. Dharmapal acting as the scrum half. Now Vijay Surya to Sakala Surya. He leaves the ball behind. Trinity regain ball and setting it up once again. Now Boyagoda once again to Nathan Chang this time. Boyagoda putting the kick behind. I'm not sure what's that behind, but Pettiagoda chasing. And it's Galage who ran behind and caught that ball and scored an own try. So good early exchange from both teams. But Trinity just giving away a position.
Absolutely, they had a good chance there to try and see and test this defense early on. But that kick obviously going to waste. Still nothing is lost as they started the second half very positively, and that's a good sign for the lads from Kandy. Long restart there from the 22 meters, well inside the Isipathana half as Trinity once again a huge hit there. Options on both sides as Boyagoda chooses to go on his right, and there's space there for Trinity College to try and gain some ground. It seems like there was a knock-on in the process with that tackle, so extremely good defensive work there done by Isipathana. Saw the danger there and negated it as soon as possible.
There was Sachin Thisanayaka breaking off that tackle. But in the process of going to ground, he knocked the ball. Madhuranga to feed this into the scrum. First scrum of the second half. Now Madhuranga picking this at the back. Gives it to Kongawata. Kongawata chipping it behind. Chasing down behind is Pettiagoda. Sanushka with the ball now. And he's been pushed into touch by Galage. Didn't have much room to work with Sanushka. Had to commit himself as he didn't have support. And there were about 3 green jerseys pushing him off into touch. Now the ball goes behind once again to Veera Singha. Off to Madhuranga. Kongawata with the ball. Lots of decoy runners to Rehan Silva. Rehan Silva stepping. And a cover defense. Good tackle off the Trinity full back there. Once again, a lot of decoy runners off that Isipathana backs. And now brought down to ground. Kongawata with the ball. Gives it to Dilshan. Dilshan missed for the first time. Held up now. Once again, Vijay Singha. Gives it to Kongawata. Kongawata lets it go As Silva with the ball now. Brought down. Maduranga. That's the big number 13. Heading up with Sachin Tedisanayake. Referee playing advantage. Kongawata puts the boot behind. There's Punchieva chasing that. Ryan Vidakon didn't look good at all chasing that ball. If that ball had about a couple of more bounces into Punchieva's hands, that would have been curtains once again for Trinity. Fortunately for them, it rolled out into touch, and they need to get this line out correct and get out of jail.
Absolutely, it's important that Trinity do not concede any more points at this stage of this game if they are to come back and regain the lost ground that they have conceded so far in this match. And it's very clear though that Isipathana have got their basics cut out right from the start. You see from their lineouts they've been very focused, they know what they're doing, the calls are right, and the throw has always been quite accurate as Trinity College just managed to get past the 22-meter mark with that kick to touch of that penalty. And getting back to their game plan as well, you can see that they have that element of proper execution that has actually favored Isipathana right throughout, from their decoy runners that you speak about, as well as Kongawata's brilliance himself in picking out the right pass at the right time and letting his players loose. Seems like Isipathana rather have managed to earn themselves a penalty as a quick tap is taken, and as they are on the offense once again. I think that is Boygood who not really managed to collect it cleanly as he's brought to ground. And this time referee Shadkar is spotting an infringement and awarding the ball back to Trinity College, and they will look to try and see if they can gain some momentum out of this. They have been pushed into the back seat after a wonderful display by Isipathana in the first half. As another good kick to touch, gaining a good 20 meters back into the Pathana territory.
Yeah, attacking ball for Trinity. 7 minutes into the second half. Trinity going into a 5-man line out straight. Over the top, and a player leaving the line out and collecting that ball, says Irshad Kada, and a penalty have been awarded. And Rehan Silva will try to put this into touch, and he does so and brings back play into the opposition half. That's the Trinity half, and an attacking opportunity for Isipathana this time. Walking to the line out to Sarat Chandra. Over the top it goes to Veera Singha. They secure ball once again. The Isipathanians. Out it comes to Desaka. Desaka stepping off couple of players. Good run from the hooker. Kongawata now. A lot of players on the outside. Fernando. Now the kick has been put behind. Petyagoda chasing with Punchieva. Galage, that is a foot race. Still not clean. And Galage manages to get the ball, and referee playing advantage. In fact, a knock forward from Galage in the process. So that was a good kick and chase from Petyagoda, and a good defense also by Galage to not to concede 5 points on that occasion.
Absolutely. It's always hard to judge the bounce with the oval ball, but and that's probably one of the reasons as to why Galagi couldn't really catch that ball cleanly, and it turned out to be a scrappy affair after all. But All in all, very good work there by Trinity College. First to regain position and then exert some pressure. And here's a good opportunity in this second half to try and see if they can put some points on the board. And it seems like a quick tap has been taken after that penalty was awarded to Trinity College, and they are just a few meters away from the try line. And there's a break there for Trinity College. And that's their second try of the game. Wonderful stuff for Trinity. First from that kick that gained a good 50 yards into the Isipathana College territory, and then once that scrum was considered to be faulty in terms of Isipathana, and the quick tap was taken, it was all Trinity right throughout, and we have another conversion coming up, and if this is good, the scoreline will move to 27 points to 19, and that's well within touching distance for Trinity College, who can stage a comeback from here on. As we wait to see if the 2 points could be added. And both the touch judges consider it good, so the flags go up, and that's the extra points for Trinity College. The score moves on to 19 for the lads in Kandy. I beg your pardon, 21. Yes, from 14 added 7 points with the conversion going good. As we have the kickoff once again.
Collected out by Sachinta Disanayaka with confidence now, the Trinitians. Now Boyagoda gives it out to Sanushka. Sanushka putting that chip behind Gal Lage as it overcooked it. Yes, he has. So it'll be a line out for Isipathana College. Within striking distance are the Trinitians now, 27 points to 21. Nice line out for Isipathana. Kongavatta once again giving it out to the replacement, Fernando. Now Rehan Silva. Out on the other side is Punchiheva. Now the big prop forward, Lairu, taking into contact. Kongavatta drops the ball off, but it will be a penalty for Isipathana College for not rolling away. Just stayed on the ground there. That was Priyankara. And Isipathana will go for points, and in fact will kick this ball into touch. And that's a good touch as well, and they'll get a 5-meter line out, an attacking line out, and Trinity will be under a lot of pressure.
Absolutely, a reply is on-offing for Isipathana. They know that they can't let any more points slip away. Just 6 points separating the two teams, and if Trinity managed to score another converted try, that would take them back into the lead. So here we have Isipathana once again, just on that 5-meter mark, driving forward to try and see if they can pierce through that Trinity defense. Seems like an infringement there, and Trinity managed to turn over the ball with the penalty in their favor. So here we go once again. Isipathana not really taking advantage, and right across the first half again we saw Trinity doing the same thing, not really taking advantage of the positions that they were in, and losing a lot of ground. So both teams will be very wary of this, as We await this line out. And again, like I told you before, they haven't really been very disciplined with the line out, Dinukar.
Here goes Dilshan. Advantage for Isipathana and they score the try. Everyone thought the play was stopped for that high tackle, but the play continued and Dilshan scored that try, and Isipathana once again in front, and they reply with a try. Ilshad Kada having a word with Virendra Ratwata. Kongawata to take the conversion. Isipathana running away from this game now, 32 points to 21, 15 minutes on the clock in the second half. A lot of time left though. This time he strikes it between the posts. Beautifully done from Mr. Kongawata. 34 points to 21. A reminder for all you watching this game once again, you can now get live updates from the ThePapare rugby team. You have to do is type REG space TP rugby and send it to 77100 if you are a dialogue customer, as Kongawata replies with another kick and a chase from Puncheva. And a reply from Sanushka, and into touch it goes. So Isipathana win that kicking contest, and they will have an attacking ball inside Trinity half once again.
Absolutely, and we've seen time and time again as to how good Isipathana has been with that line out. And once again doing exactly what they're supposed to do, not trying anything too fancy. As here we have Isipathana on the attack. Wonderful hands there right from the start, as the chip has been executed as well. And it'll be a brilliant try if they manage to run that ball down, but unfortunately the ball just bouncing out of play there. Brilliant idea by Isipathana College, but unfortunately the ball running out much faster. So here we have a scrum in favor of Trinity College from where the kick was taken. Definitely though a let off there, as Isipathana just not been able to steam ahead of that ball, Adinuka.
And now just outside the 22, this ball cannot be kicked out on the full. Just thought that 22-meter restart. Would have been a good option, but Rangala now breaking off that scrum. Gives it to Ryan Veerakorn. He bumps off a couple of tackles. Offload once again to Rangala. Pop pass inside to Anuka Boyagoda, and that's called a forward pass. Trinity continue playing. And Irshad Khan has stopped that way before.
Boyagoda definitely thought he was going to get some good ground for his team there. Wonderful run nevertheless, but unfortunately play was stopped way before. But definitely the intent that Trinity College should have right throughout this second half. We probably have another 20 minutes left in this game, the last quarter, as we have Isipathana now with the scrum. Umalka just brushing away his defender as the ball goes to Gallage. He's brought down as well as Madhuranga once again finding his man with the pass. Quick phases as Isipathana now have a chance on this left flank. The pass finding one of the Trinitians and falling back as the ball moves out of play and out to touch. So it'll be a throw-in for Isipathana once again from a very similar position from the last time they had their line out, if not the exact. All right, once again, Isipathana now with the line out. This time, there seems to be a small issue. Seems like there was knock forward in the process as Trinity College will have position once again through the scrum. They really need to make some good use of the position that they have from now on. Absolutely make sure that they need to score within the next 5 to 10 minutes and then put some pressure towards the last stages of this game on Isipathana College, as that will bring them closer towards touching distance of taking that lead. Unfortunately, they are knocking on and losing position once again. Not exactly what was required.
Yeah, that was Rahul Karnatiraka, one of the senior players in the Trinity team. Not getting that ball. And a couple of replacements made. Sakala Surya and Dhirendra Ratbhatta taken out. They're playing their last year for Trinity College. And if Trinity didn't win this game, this will be their last outing in the red, gold and blue jersey. And of course, a lot of time left, 20 minutes left on the clock. Trinity will try and do everything that they can, as referee plays advantage for Isipathana once again, and it's a penalty. And not binding in, says number 6. Rehan Silva will put this ball into touch. And a beautiful kick will give position and a 5-meter line out for Isipathana College. It'll be defending time for Trinitians once again. Desaka with the ball. Gives it to Sarat Chandra at the front of the line out. And Trinity counter-attacking. The rolling maul, they are holding on so far. Here comes the second phase of attack from Isipathana College. Has it come to ground? Not yet. Trinity still pushing. And now the ball comes back and not used by Isipathana. And Trinity will get a scrum, an opportunity to get out of jail, I mean.
Absolutely, they needed that with the amount of pressure they were under. 34-21 the scoreline. And we probably have just about 18 to 20 minutes of play in this semi-final. 18 to 20 minutes of play for one of these teams in this tournament. So that's a big statement, especially when it comes to the knockout versions. And there's plenty of opportunities though. Plenty of time as well to try and see if there could be an upset or if Isipathana managed to march their way forward in terms of defending their title here. at the Royal Complex as it seems like the ball is turned over.
Knock forward back at the scrum. Not sure if it was Rangal or Boyagoda. But this will give a fantastic opportunity for Isipathana to attack in a 5-meter scrum. Madhuranga will put this ball into the scrum. Referee not happy with the bind, so he will reset the scrum again. Here comes Omalka Gunaratne at the back of the scrum. Good defense from Bandara to keep him. And a penalty for Trinity. And it's time they get out of jail.
Definitely can't afford too many mistakes now. They've definitely been let off about twice or thrice so far in this game, and especially in the last 5 minutes. So here we have once again Trinity College with this line out. They need to make it right if they are to get out of trouble here in this semi-final encounter. Sakala Surya with the throw in, and it seems like there's another issue against Trinity. I think that was a crooked throw, if at all. And the ball is turned over once again in favor of Isipathana. So Trinity not really learning from their mistakes so far and continue to concede position and get themselves into tight spots.
I'm not sure about that call though, but Isipathana have wasted another opportunity here. And an opportunity for Trinity to get out of jail. As Boyagoda will feed this ball into the scrum. Rangala picking this up at the back. Madhuranga has him tied up. Manages to bring it out. Now Lashan Surya will put this high kick down to Gal again. And he has played the man in the air. Isipathana. And Isipathana College will have opportunity now. Now that's Veera Tunga running. It'll be a penalty for against the Trinity win 3/4. That's Isipathana who looks injured as well. as Rehan Silva will put this ball into touch. Dangerous play.
So here we have another line out for Isipathana College as that was a long throw in. Once again, very scrappy play from both teams as Trinity College managed to regain position in terms of a scrum. The last 10 minutes have been extremely scrappy from both sides. I mean, they have received so many penalties and that haven't really been converted into any form of advantage or any form of points as such. So here we have the scrum for Trinity College. Boy, got a width put in. Here we go. Ranagala trying to break off that scrum as he's been brought to ground. Play on calls referee as Trinity still managed to hold on to position. Quite a bit of shoving and pushing there in the middle as the ball is yet to be brought to ground. Here we go. Trinity once again working that right flank. Space through the middle. Extremely well identified gap as Trinity continue to surge forward. Forwards used to good effect. Boygar going the other way now this time. There's space and extremely good defending there once again by Isipathana College. And here we go. Isipathana, a wonderful bit of rucking there as they managed to turn the ball over, and it seems like the call is for holding on as well. So Trinity still not managed to get out of their own half for quite a while now. And it seems like Isipathana will go for the safe option and try and see if they can put some points on the board. Good idea, I believe, as this will definitely help their cause. Another 3 points will take them to 37. And that would mean there'll be 3 scoring opportunities away into safety.
Good thinking from Amalka Gunaratna. If Isrukongawata gets this in between the posts, then Trinity have to score 3 times to come back, and that's within about 10 minutes or about 8 minutes according to the scoreboard clock. And it's through. 37 points to 21. And from here on, it'll be tough for Trinity to come back. Though they will have to keep believing in themselves. And it's not possible as Vijay Surya kicks this straight into the Isipathana wing and put out into touch from the Trinity forwards. So it will be a line out for Trinity College. They go to the number 6 jumper at the back, Nathan Chang. That was an overshooter throw. Nathan Chang at the back of the lineup collecting it. Knock forward from Isipathana. Referee playing advantage. And was an initial infringement. The referee will come back for a knock forward. Boyagoda. Trinity have split in 3 into 3. On the blind side, there is 3 as well. Not sure if they'll have enough space to work with. As Boyagoda puts this ball in, and Madhuranga collects it as it comes out from the ruck, and Trinity trying to counter attack. And Isipathana have won this ball. Omalka Gunaratna passes it through to Rehan Silva, trying to put this kick, and comes to Boyagoda. And now Edirisinga, Ayesha Edirisinga trying to step off. Fernando couldn't. Secures ball. Out it comes to the Trinity forward. That's the Trinity replacement forward. It's an advantage for holding on from referee Richard Carter. And now the ball has been turned over to Deshak. A lot of men on the outside. He decides to go over. Referee says advantage over, and he passes the ball into touch. So 37 points to 21, less than 5 minutes to go on the scoreboard clock, of course. It'll all matter what referee Richard Carter's clock says. As Trinity will get another line out. And also a replacement made for Isipathana College. Sarah Chandra has been taken out. And SL Fernando comes in for him. And the ball comes out to Rahul Karnatilaka. Nice and clean now. And it's a crooked throw, says Irshad Carter, giving an option to the Isipathanians. And Omalka Gunratne calls for a scrum. Trinity pushing back in the scrum, and referee playing advantage for Trinity. It'll be a pen, or rather another scrum. Yes, it'll be another scrum for Trinity. Turnover scrum. The second time they have done that in the same position. And another replacement for Isipathana College. And this time they take out Dilshan, another key man for Isipathana. So the coaching staff making sure their key men are fit come the 12th of July. That will be the final of the knockouts. And the team winning today will play against Royal versus Science. That the match will be played tomorrow at Havelock Park as Trinity take this ball into contact. Veerakone acting as the scrum half. Now Disanayaka gives the ball out to Rahul Karunatilaka. Rangala with the ball. Shows and takes the ball into contact. Hands in the ruck. Advantage for Trinity. Now Sachinta Disanayaka. Cut out pass to Priyankara. Taps it behind to Petiagoda. Edirisinga running in support. And it will be, referee says, play on. In fact, the advantage is been over, and Isipathana attack now. And once again, Trinity turnover. That's Anjana Bandara once again in the breakdown, working hard. And he turnovers ball to Alahakon. Now Priyankara popping it off to Pratyagoda, who couldn't catch that ball. And a penalty for Trinity College. And Vijay Surya will kick this ball into touch. Once again, straight to the hands of Nathan Chang, and a crooked throw, says Irshad Kader. Lot of changes coming in for Isipathana College. Isuru Kongawata taken out, Galagi taken out, Rehan Silva taken out, and Madhuranga taken out. That's the fly half, full back, and the right wing replaced for Isipathana College. As a scrappy line out ball. Now Trinity with the ball in hand. Referee playing advantage as well, and it will be a penalty for Trinity. Now Rangala taking this quickly. Runs into traffic. Isuru Rangala, the skipper. Now Boyagoda gives it to Anjana. Taken into contact. Now Boyagoda once again. Cut out pass to Karuna Tilaka. That's Rahul Karuna Tilaka. Referee playing advantage once again. Tackler not rolling away. Now Priyankara with the ball. Into touch he goes. Boyagoda once again. Off to Petiagoda. Petiagoda has men on the outside. Stepping off couple of players. Good tackle on Gaishan Petiagoda. Now Shadi Dean with the ball. Trinity picking and driving. Rangala once again. Pushed back. Looks like it's Ryan Veerakon working around the rucks. And a penalty for Trinity once again. Not rolling away, says the referee. Isuru Rangala taking it quickly. And pushed back by his opposite number, Omalka Gunaratna. Now picking and driving are the Trinitians. And it's been held up, and it'll be a 5-meter scrum. And what looks like will be the last few minutes or few seconds on the clock. And Isipathana College will That's a nice thing to see here. Omalka Gunaratna stretching Nathan Chang's calves after he was down with cramp. As Boyagoda will feed the last scrum probably of the match. And a penalty for Trinity. Isuru Rangala tapping, gives it off to Ryan Veerakon. Boyagoda looking for the ball. The forwards playing. And another penalty for Trinity College. Veerakon tapping and giving it to Alahakon. Has he scored? Yes, he has. So Trinity have the last say of the match, but will not pass the Isipathana line or Isipathana score. 37 points to 26 with the conversion to come. And the last try of the season for Trinity scored by Alahakon. So it's likely to say that Isipathana College will enter the knockouts final for the second time in 2 years. As Lashan Vijay Surya, the 18-year-old Trinity fly half, Puts this through in between the posts, 28 points to 37. And that's the end. Isipathana College will move on to the final of the Milo Inter-Schools Knockout Rugby Tournament. And Trinity College will finish their season. And it'll be the end of the year 2015. Skipper Rangala and other senior players will march off and will hand over the red, gold and blue jersey to the next generation of the Trinitians, as Isipathana will have one more chance to crack to defend this title, and they will play the winners of tomorrow's game, Royal versus Science College at Havelock Park. That will kick off at 4:30 and that will be live on ThePapare.com as well. Until then, we say goodbye. This is Amin Mohammed, Dinuk Bhaskaran and the Papare crew signing off from the Royal College Sports Complex.
The newest revolution in shaping is here. An amazing combination of 3 superior blades, a flexible razor head, and an easy-to-grip slip-free handle. With a moisturizing strip enriched with aloe vera and vitamin E for smoother skin that leaves your face glowing. Introducing Big 3.